Hello everyone and welcome to Gaming FTL. My name is Josh and this is Out There Omega Edition, which is the PC port and update to the Android and iOS version of the game Out There. And oh, I should have pressed quick start really, never mind. This is a story and resource management game in which you are a commander of a spaceship which has been sent out there. And you get to explore planets and talk to alien races and do all sorts of cool stuff and survive for as long as possible to try and get to your objective and find out more about why you are out there. And that comes out in some different ways, in some really cool ways. If you've played this game or the original version before, then you will basically already know exactly how this works. You travel from star to star in a quite nice map bit, and in between that and getting to planets, story bits like this pop up randomly. There's a random number generation element to it, which is very cool. It's hard to change direction at faster than light. Sadly, I didn't see that huge white space whale in front of me. Space whales are a thing. My engine cut out a huge gas across its side. I feel awful about it, but its internal fluids flowed over my ship and somehow repaired my hull. What an unpleasant irony. Some of the writing is really nice in this, and if you have played the original version, you'll notice that the art is now 3D. It was originally 2D and maybe some animations around the sun or whatever, but they've really updated the art. Honestly, I didn't feel like it needed updating. Maybe it needed a bit more variety, but beyond that, I don't really know. So let's get on to the actual art. Here it looks really good though. Like on the bigger map, it doesn't look quite so good because it's kind of pixely, but here it looks really cool. So yeah, everything we do costs fuel, oxygen, or hull, or a combination of them, and that allows us to drill and get more resources. And as you'll see, there is a limited amount of space that we can use. I'll plug that in there and stack them up. There is a limited amount of space that we can use to carry this stuff around, and obviously if we run out of hydrogen for fuel or helium, oxygen for air, or iron for repairing the hull, then we are a bit buggered, and we get this very nice end script thing that says you are going to survive not very long, and you have to float out into space and do horrible stuff like die. And what we do get to do is go to a variety of places. Rocky planet. Oh, whoops. Rocky planets. Okay. It doesn't let me bring up this info bit when I go back to the place I'm already at. Never mind. We get to go to different places. Gas giants provide us with fuel, which we desperately need right now. If you see we're running out, probe it, and we can even launching a probe costs fuel. Same as drilling, and as we increase the risk of breaking the probe or the drill increases, but also the reward increases. So there are kind of really nice risk-reward things in here. And really, I think the thing about this game is that it's already proved itself to me as a game concept and as like an entire thing, if you get what I mean. In the original Android version, which I played, obviously there's an iOS version as well, but I played the Android version, and yeah, I really liked it. It was enjoyable. The story was nice. The survival could get a bit easy sometimes if the random number generation was with you, basically. But overall, it wasn't a particularly, I don't think it's intended to be a particularly difficult experience. So yeah, I think it works out really nicely. Let's just use all of our fuel, because having fuel is good. We travel to a black hole. Fortunately, that doesn't affect us until we go and orbit it, so we're not going to do that. Be fun to, but you know, I actually want to show you the game. Yeah, and I think the main upgrade that this Omega Edition is going to provide you with is more story. I think it might eventually have another end, and yeah, just different graphics, or like 3D graphics. I don't know if it's technically better. Let's take the lens, because I'm not really reading any of this. I'm talking, so you can read it. I'll talk. We can do this together, guys. We can do this. So yeah, if you're looking for more of the story, then the mobile version gets this upgrade for free, and it's cheaper. And you can. This is going to bring me on to kind of a point that I've been talking to the dev about this morning. If you buy it for PC or Mac or Linux, I don't know when those are coming out in relation to each other, by the way, but if you buy it for PC or personal computer systems, you are only going to get this like half-hour beta version, which stops kind of halfway through the game. And you may as well, if you are so inclined, you may as well buy it on mobile, because then you get the original game, which you can play the whole way through and get one of the 2 endings I think there are, and that way you can actually get a good feel for what the upgrade will bring you. But if you're looking for this on whoops, I just spent all of my iron, which isn't good, because if any of these things break, they require iron to repair. So let's just go to the planet and meet some aliens and restore our air. So yeah, what I'm saying is that if you want this on your desktop, then maybe wait for its release, because you don't get to play the entire kind of story arc of the game from beginning to end. It kind of cuts off at a point, which is a shame. But as I say, the game has already kind of proven itself to me, so I'm willing to say that this is going to be a fun game when it does come out, and it's just in need of finishing, I suppose. So yeah, these are the alien races. They are all kind of crazy, and eventually, as you go on your travels throughout the universe, you learn this alien language, which applies to various things. I have nothing of interest for this alien. Yes, sometimes you trade with them, sometimes they are afraid of you and run away, and sometimes they give you a special element called Omega, which can be used for basically anything. It's really awesome. It's kind of an ace in the hole, but very precious. I think it's quite a nice addition to the game. Kind of balances and gives you a more precious commodity than what we've got here. HF, I don't know what that is. Hydrofluorine, maybe. Platinum. I mean, and thorium. These things are useful, but only in very specific instances. So platinum for to make a hydrogen probe, and you can craft and discover all sorts of technology as well as find other ships. They're very, very cool things going on in this game, but it takes a while to show you to all of them, which I guess is why I should probably take off and explore the galaxy a bit more. I'm not so worried about my fuel usage. Oh, hello. On a planet moving along an eccentric orbit through the Oort cloud, I discovered yeah, that's a building. It dates back to the time when this planet was closer to the star. I landed. The atmosphere is rare, but I can safely leave the ship with only a breathing mask on my face. The building is actually a pyramid temple with sculptures resembling worms or intestines. In its only room, rather spacious, I find an enormous chalice full of some violet... Drink it! I'm totally nuts! I could see through time and space, and I think I will leave you with that. Oh, and there's nothing in this system, so I'm probably going to die now. Hang on, let me show you, before I leave, how you can die in this game. Oh, that only took 17. Okay, so I've broken my space folder, so I really am buggered. And that's basically how easily the game can screw you over in the survival aspect of it, which is quite nice. It gives it a replayability. But normally it's not quite this difficult. Normally I am luckier. Let's just travel to a gas... No, let's travel into the sun. If we're going to die, we're going to do it in style. Let's go. We have nothing with which to... Wait, where's my fuel gone? It's supposed to have disappeared. That's broken. I'm supposed to be dead right now. Very interesting. Let's put some of that in there. Okay, hang on. Hang on! Let's go this way. Orbit. I don't have enough resources. Yes, there we go. Out of fuel. I will return to cryostasis. Hope that through the millennia someone will rescue me. But that's a thin hope at best. This is the end of my adventure. And then we get a score system. So yeah, that's basically how you die and lose this game. There is quite a lot of story in the original version. And my recommendation is to wait until it's fully released and then buy it on your preferred system so you get all of the cool stuff without having to go through the beta phase. So thank you everyone for watching. If you have enjoyed my video or found it informative, then please give it a like. And if you want to discover more cool, free, weird and interesting indie games, then subscribe for daily videos. And until next time, don't get lost out there.